very important and very common interview question is OSI layers. Okay. So what is OSI? Open System Interconnect. Lot of people think TCP IP layer, okay, IPX, SPX. These are all came from the OSI layers only. No, guys. OSI layer much younger than other things. Earlier, already these novel network, IPX, SPX, TCP/IP, IP address, all are implemented earlier only. But what is the use of this in learning this OSI layer? It is a reference model 7 layer. It is used to understand, create, troubleshoot the network. To understand the network, we are using OSI layer. Some people will tell, one of the very senior trainer and she done a certifications. She got a very good salary that time. She told that OSI layers are used in only very big organizations, not used by small organizations. Small organization use TCP/IP. Big organization use OSI layers. Wrong, guys. That is also wrong. OSI layers, no one is using OSI layers. Okay, we are all use TCP/IP mainly. Main one is TCP/IP layers only, which is earlier than OSI layer. OSI layer only reference model, reference books, reference textbooks are there, right? Reference textbooks, textbooks. Reference textbook we don't buy. We go library and check it. Textbook we'll buy and read it. Of course, we use all-in-ones, the other question papers, materials, shortcuts, but still reference books are for a reference purpose. Like that, OSI layers are a reference model for understanding the network, understanding network functionality, troubleshooting network related issues. Or you want to create your own network, so then it is also very useful. It contains 7 layers. 7 layers. OSI layer model is standardized by ISO, means International Organization for Standardization. It is not an international standard organization. It is International Organization for Standardization. And one more institute, it is given some journal number is as a 802, that is called a IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. And this is knowing about connectivity and other issues. The certain numbers are there, so those numbers we call it as a RFC, request for comment, request for a comment. Next one. So these are the 7 layers. These are the 7 layers. Some people believe like sir, you are written the 7 layers from 7 to 1. We are studied 1 to 7. No problem, guys. Order can be not interchanging, but top to bottom, bottom to top, we can change it. But this is the correct answer, correct order. Original correct order is like this, but depends upon person to person. In textbook to textbook, it will be changes. But look at here, it is the first 3 layers we call it as a upper layer. The first 3 layers we call it as a upper layer. These are the upper layer. The last 3 layers we call it as a hardware layers or a bottom layers. Okay, so you can read like this: application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Or for example, you are already gone through this thing. Your teacher or maybe your textbook or your YouTube telling 7 layers are like this: layer 1, physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. That is also correct, guys. That is also correct. Okay. For understanding better is always application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical, or physical data link, network, transport, session, a presentation, and application layer. So which order you want to follow, that order you can follow it, but do not interchange it. Application, network, session, data link, physical, presentation. Don't interchange it like that. You can go with the 1 to 7 or 7 to 1, no problem. The first three are called as a software layers. Like I have a server, right? So this is my browser. So this is my browser. Where it is? This is my browser. The browser is at a application layer. Web server at application layer. I'm using HTTPS. HTTPS means presentation layer encryption method. Okay, so like this, these are all comes under application, presentation, and session layers. That's why it is software layers. Transport layer is end-to-end connectivity, heart of OSI layer. These are hardware layers, hardware related part. Like a physical layer is connectivity to physical connectivity, like a wire connectivity. Okay, that comes under again physical, right? So hub is a one of the example for physical layer 1 device. Hub is a layer 1 device. Switch is a layer 2 device. Router is a layer 3 devices. Okay, remember guys, network data link layer is a layer 2 device is switch and MAC address. It related to MAC address. Layer 3 is a network. Layer 3 is about a network layer, and device is router and IP address. IP address. Application layer is about application like a browser. Directly seeing. I'm telling you about directly seeing. This is the web browser. Okay, this is my web browser. It is the web browser is application layer, and the protocols used at application layer like this. Of course, HTTP, HTTPS differences, download of data kind of stuff comes under here. Application layer mainly dealing with applications and protocols, but we don't have much time, so then it's already 1:30. I thought same thing only. Okay, space is not enough. Protocols are set of rules which we are not required to tell about what is a protocol. Everybody will tell protocols are a set of rules. But what are the rules it is? When you are sending a request, when you are sending a request, you are sending a request. Like I want a web page, you use HTTP. You want a file upload or download FTP. You want to send a mail SMTP. You want to receive a mail POP3. You want to sync your time. So you see, can you see this is the time? So you want to sync this time with Microsoft time. We use NTP. You want to get authenticated. So LDAP, Kerberos authentications. You want to connect remotely SSH, TELNET, RDP. So these are the different protocols we use based on your requirement. Based on your requirement. So here it is. You can try to get certain protocols. Each protocol, their numerical representation is in the port number form. Example, HTTP, AT, HTTPS 443. Guys, these are certain useful protocols generally used. So compulsory, read it, remember it, understand it. If you don't understand what to do, by heart it at least. Okay, certain things first of all try to understand. You don't understand by heart it, so that's what we can able to do sometimes. Okay, so here it is. HTTP, HTTPS are belongs to web access only. FTP, file server, file upload, download related. SSH, Telnet, RDP are a remote access. RDP, remote desktop related protocol, remote desktop protocol. Telnet and SSH, remote access related protocol. SMTP, POP3, IMAP are belongs to mail communication. Mail communication. TFTP is a remote configuration. DHCP, we are already know DHCP server. It is assign IP address to the client automatically. DNS servers are a name to IP address. Like I open a website. So for example, w3schools.com. So I open with a name, but all communications by IP address only. So how I get a IP address? From DNS server only. NTP server just I explained. So I want to sync the time as per my time server NTP protocol. Kerberos and LDAP are authentication protocol used to authenticate your device or your account in the domain in the network. SNMP is a monitoring related protocol. Monitoring related protocol. So these are the protocols and port number. These are the OSI layer. I didn't explain each and every layer separately. If possible, guys, already I shared this PPT to you. Please go through once this PPT. If you understand anything, it is good. If you don't understand, it's okay, no problem. Yeah, this is a TCP IP layer comparison. TCP IP and OSI layer comparison. So we have to change the topic. We are already living with this networking from so many days. That's why just trying to put a one side all these things. See here it is. Application layer, presentation layer, session layer, and OSI layer is combinedly called as a single application layer. Transport is called as a transport. Network we call it as a internet layer. So data link layer and access layer is exactly say like it is from these two combination become network layer. So like there's no coloring here, no, cannot put a colors on it. Yeah, this is application layer. Transport is transport, then I will put a one transport layer part. Okay, network is also called as a internet layer. TCP IP model is from DoD, which is original model. Okay, so like this network layer. Next one is your data link layer and physical layer as per the TCP. It is
Network
access layer. So when you have a NIC, people will ask, you said about a hub, it is physical layer, which is data link layer, and router is network layer. What about NIC? NIC, as per the TCP IP, it is network access layer. Network access layer. So this is your NIC. So this is your router. Internet layer means it is a router, but this is your NIC and both switches. Switch also comes here. NIC switch. Why? Because both are having Ethernet ports and important NIC is physical connecting and MAC address. Physical connectivity and MAC address. That's why it is NIC comes under network access. The TCP IP. DoD means some defense model. It is earlier it is developed in defense. Later it came into here also we can put this kind of stuff, but no problem. Highlighted one only I'm trying to put it. Yeah, this is also a good one. OSI layer wise troubleshooting. Okay, so OSI layer wise troubleshooting. I am just putting lot of time, your time, not my time. My time already up. so I can't able to concentrate. But troubleshooting is important, so that's why. Okay, so look at here it is application wise troubleshooting. Again, what is the application layer will do it is your browser application range. For example, you got a 404 error, page not found. 404 page not found. So what is it? It is a belongs to server related volume. Okay, your mails are you are unable to send and receive a mails, or you are connecting to mails. That is application layer volume. You are having internet. You are having internet. For example, this is an application, right? It is not connecting, but you are getting a internet. You are sure that internet is working, but the particular application is not working. Particular mails communication is not working. So that is belongs to application layer related. Either it is a server or a client application. Server or a client. Web browser. What is a web browser? Client application. Web server. Tomcat web server. For example, Tomcat web server, Glassfish web server. Okay, so those are server applications. Presentation layer means if I try to open a website, HTTP instead of HTTPS, FTP instead of FTPS, like that. So this is a presentation layer issues are there. So like you whenever you open a website. Okay, so you are try to open a website, it is showing HTTPS. You open with the HTTP, or it is HTTP and you open with the HTTPS. Problems? Or whenever you try to open a website, it is shows it is not safe. Do you want to connect like a unsafe website? Warning. Like this you are getting, right? So because it is a encryption, your certification related volume, HTTPS related volume. So then it is presentation layer. Session layer is there. Session layer is there. What is the session layer? When you send a request, when you send a request and you will get a reply. You send a request, you'll get a reply from it, right? So when you are sending, you create a session here. When you receive, session will be completed. But you are downloading a data. For example, you download data from your remote PC. Internet is some disturbance. Almost like a 90% download completed. Some internet disturbance, session will be removed. So remaining 10% not download. Again, you have to download from starting. So what we will use it? We'll use some download managers to download. These are all comes under troubleshooting, right? What I'm saying. Firewalls, network IP, network addresses, protocol information, WAN connectivity, MAC address related issues, physical related connectivity issues. Guys, any network related issues are there, so you have to look at the network related physical connectivity is there or not. IP address correctly configured or not. Are you getting internet or not? Okay, so like that, so you have to put a questions. What exactly an issue? Which area of the issue is there? Area of issue means the issue is belongs to application layer, or issue is belongs to transport layer. This issue is belongs to network or a physical layer. Okay. So this is about OSI layer wise troubleshooting. I will just go through once. Okay. So ask me tomorrow if you that all of these are a simplex, duplex, off duplex. Okay. So Go through once all these things. Of course, you don't understand. Ask me once again, then I will explain all these things easily. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
It's a simple one. So it is first of all remember names, not a deep explanation. See, simply, I will give you one list, one small conclusion, so then you will understand what to study in the networking. First of all type of definitions. What is network? What is networking? Internetwork? All these things. Next types. LAN, MAN, CAN kind of stuff. Names. First name and explanation. Abbreviation, explanation. Devices. All the networking devices. Topologies. What are the topologies? Okay, what are the topologies? Cabling I didn't tell, but we can. There is only three type of cabling. Just go through once, or otherwise I will explain it. IP address. What is IP address? Version 4, version 6, differences, how it is look like. And IPv4 ranges, classes. About IP address, what is an IP address? What are the versions? What are the classes? And their subnet mask. Subnet mask. Default subnet mask. Private IP addresses. What are the private IP addresses? Next, just now we tell what is the OSI layer. And what are those 7 layers? What are those 7 layers? Okay. So what is a TCP IP layer? Of course, OSI layer, each individual layer explanation is there. But at least overview, just a overview, not first start with the overview of anything. And small point, 1 or 2 points to it. Later you can go depth. Okay guys, that is the important. Then troubleshooting also, basic way of troubleshooting. First go through that one, then it will go to a little one more step forward. So that is